Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Lion's Den. It's the third and final day of the CCBC Dundalk men's basketball mixer. The Cecil College Seahawks will be going up against the ASA Avengers. ASA coming off of a huge come-from-behind victory against the Pitt Community College Bulldogs in Game 3 of our triple-header yesterday. Let's see if some of that momentum carries over here into Game 1 of our triple-header today. After this one, we'll have College of Southern Maryland versus Pitt Community College, and then after that, CCBC Dundalk versus the Bryant and Stratton College Bobcats. Cecil had the day off yesterday. They did play in the first game on Friday against Bryant Stratton. So let's see if that one-day rest comes in handy, or will the hot streak of the Avengers continue? Opening tip goes to the Avengers. Miguel Simon, he wants to continue rolling here this afternoon. He had a huge game in the Avengers win yesterday. Early 2 points for the big man. Here come the Cecil. Simon trying to get that rebound. Carl Bradley did, but he had it rejected afterwards. Here's Brown. Floater in the lane, nothing. Carl Bradley gets the rebound. Here's Corbin. Cornell Corbin, that is. Over to the other Corbin, Hassan Corbin. McHale. Down to Bradley. Jumper is no good. Rebounded by Cesar Ramirez. Ramirez struggled offensively in that game in terms of the shot, but he came up big for his team down the stretch with some clutch foul shooting. An early foul for the big man, number 24, Carl Bradley. And 2 for 2. 4-0 is the lead now. George Davey. He is a big man who can shoot it. Early shot there, no good for Davey. Gotta watch out for George Davey, though. He stands at 6'7". Dorset England, he can stretch the floor. Oh, what a steal in transition. First on the floor, timeout. Nope. It'll be a jump ball instead. Possession arrow goes to the Seahawks. Great effort play there, though, from Arsheen Jones. Here's Williams. Inbounds play right in front of us, over to Cornell Corbin. Cornell Corbin and Hassan Corbin came up big for the Seahawks in their first game on Friday. Carl Bradley, the jumper, no good. He can also stretch the floor, maybe not all the way out to the three-point line, but he definitely feels comfortable with the outside jumper. Arsheen Jones getting the call from his coaching staff on the sidelines. It's Devon Martinez, the head coach for the Avengers. And a defensive breakdown there leads to an easy 2 points for the big man, Miguel Simon. Early 4 points for him. Cornell Corbin over to Hassan. Hassan, jab step a couple times. Drive in. Chickavani will pick up the foul. Chickavani pleading that he had the hands right up. Cornell Corbin doing a good job of forcing the issue, though, taking it right into the teeth of the defense. Make the referees make the call. There was certainly contact there, that's for sure. Cornell Corbin gets his team on the board first with their first point. Two for two that time from the line. Arsheen Jones. Pick at the midcourt line. He's got to get that over. Almost 10 seconds there. It was dangerously close. Down low. Miguel Simon faces up, then goes back to back, and he's fouled. Miguel Simon. He's listed at 6'8", but if you've been watching the Avengers this weekend, you know he plays much bigger than that. Great move there from the big man. Faced up, then went back to the basket. Felt the contact, put the shot up, got himself 2 points at the line, or a chance for 2 points at the line. Foul shots played a huge part in the Avengers win yesterday. They were in the bonus early and often in that game, gaining the chance at the charity stripe. 0 for 2 that time from the line. Miguel Simon will have to shake that one off. 6-2 will still be our score for a little bit longer. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here come the Seahawks. Cornell Corbin, what a beautiful move. Got himself into the painted area and finished amongst the trees. Timeout taken by the Avengers. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 6-4 is the score. Seahawks offense starting to find some footing here. The Avengers took the timeout, though. Let's see what they want to talk over. Maybe some kind of defensive adjustment, because the paint really parted like the Red Sea there for Cornell Corbin. He took it right into the painted area, finished for 2. I don't think I've ever seen Miguel Simon walk out onto that court and not have his game face on. Jones, Ramirez, quick 3, no good. It's rebounded by Simon, and he walked. Miguel Simon, he could beat a double team, triple team, not as lucky that time. Getting the words from his coach, when you got 3 on you, that means you got someone else open. Find a teammate. Mikhail Williams, turnover. Here come Arsheen Jones and the Avengers. Arsheen Jones worked himself into a tough situation where he had 2 white jerseys right next to him, but he felt the contact, put the shot up. That'll get him a chance for 2 at the line. 6-4 is our score. Or no, foul was before the shot. Both coaches want some kind of explanation here. Coach Martinez and Coach Durham. Sure what the meeting here is about. Maybe figuring out if it was a shooting foul or we'll keep it the same here. Inbounds play. 3 fouls already here for the Seahawks. Figure out a way to play defense without fouling. Don't want to put this Avengers team in the bonus early. Arsheen Jones up and under. What a pretty move by that young man. They didn't get the call he wanted the first time down the trip. Or excuse me, the first time down the floor. This time he gets that shot off, and he's got a chance for an and one opportunity. Avengers offense showing early signs that they may be clicking here. Good that time from the line as well, 8-4. 9-4, excuse me. Kale Williams trying to find Davey, but Miguel Simon, I think he got a hand on that. One of the Avengers did, at least. Another turnover. Too many offensive possessions for the Seahawks, ending in no baskets. Miguel Simon, offensive foul. He extended that arm. Coach Martinez not happy with his team's performance on that offensive trip there. There's Cornell Corbin. To Davey. Williams now. Gates is flashing over there, but Corbin gets it instead. Cornell couldn't hit it. The offensive rebound. There was Gates. Put that back in. 9-6. Full court pressure being applied by Mikhail Williams. Simon faces up, goes through the double team and finishes. Miguel Simon. Head coach Ed Durham, some words with the ref over there. Cornell Corbin, that was a foul before the shot. Here's a big substitution. Jameer Pugh checking into the game for the Avengers. He played a huge role in the Avengers' come-from-behind win yesterday. Played some good defense, made some plays for his team offensively as well. Really orchestrated the game from the point guard position. Under 15 now to play in the first. Cornell. Jab step, dangerously close moving that pivot foot. Three from Ringgold. Ringgold makes good on that. It's 11-6 now. Avengers still in front. Pugh, great job to get through that full court pressure. Ciccovanni got Davey up in the air. Couldn't take advantage of it though. Ramirez, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brown, corner three, good! Trayvon Brown, 14-9. Cornell Corbin, now over to Gates. Up top, to Montez Jefferson. Have not seen Jacob Falco yet in the game. He was a huge part of the Seahawks' first game of this mixer. He's sitting right next to the coach there on the bench. Here's Pugh. Down low to Simon. Simon faces up on Davey, finds an open man. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Brown, the three from the same spot. Oh, not the same luck. Ciccovanni got the offensive rebound, though, and they've got a fresh shot clock to work with. Simon up and in. Miguel Simon is rolling here this weekend. Seahawks down the court. Here's Gates. Back to Gates. Now he drives. Kicks down low. Corbin was there and Davey was as well, but neither of them were close enough to catch that ball. Way too many Seahawks possessions ending in turnovers. It's one thing to end a possession without a basket. It's another thing entirely to end a possession with a turnover. Pugh. Ciccovanni flashes. Most we've seen from Ciccovanni here this weekend. He missed most of their first game, the Avengers did. Ciccovanni missed most of the Avengers' first game with a bloody nose. Simon down low, takes the triple team. Pugh off the glass. That's great basketball right there. Throw it down to the big man who's been going to work. Let the defense collapse on him. He finds one of the shooters on the outside, and they do the work for him. It's picture-perfect basketball. Can't draw it up any better than that. Miguel Simon with another steal. He's everywhere out there. Pugh. Ciccovanni flashes up top once again. Simon trying to work down low. Good defense being played by the Seahawks right now. Ramirez. Brown drives baseline. Floater from the baseline is no good, but he got his own rebound and put it back. Timeout taken this time from Ed Durham and the Seahawks. Much needed timeout. They find themselves down 11 already here. 20-9. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one too. 11 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first half. And the Avengers are rolling thanks in large part to the sophomore Miguel Simon. All right, we are back, and the Seahawks have talked strategy with their coaching staff. Hopefully it works. Nice crossover move there. Got him some space. Cornell Corbin into the painted area. He walked. That was awfully close, but a walk it was. Brown, cross court to Ramirez. Out to Torero. Pugh, that one, they'd like to have that back. Airballed the floater, don't see that very often. And a beautiful press and the steal because of it. Simon dumps it off to Ramirez. Fader from the baseline's no good. Cornell Corbin. He takes it himself and finishes. What a beautiful move by the sophomore guard, 6'1" out of Lincoln, Delaware. Eddie. Backcourt violation. That one was awfully close. Eddie Torero had his struggles from the field yesterday, but he hit some big shots for the Avengers down the stretch that secured them the victory. Three-pointer Seahawks off the front of the iron. Long rebound by Torero. Pugh and Arsheen Jones on the court together. Not something we saw a lot yesterday. Now, granted, some of that had to do with the fact that Arsheen Jones found himself in early foul trouble. Running a two-point guard system right now. Miguel Simon, 4 players right next to him. Probably would have been better off passing that out. But hey, who am I to say that? He's been dominant here this weekend. Seahawks, 20 seconds on the shot clock. They got some time, but they got to go quickly. Cornell Corbin. Down low, and it's stolen away. The Seahawks continue to struggle here. Pugh. Defense being played here by number 12, Camden Stubblefield. Pugh now gets a man to switch on him. Eddie has the advantage, takes a jumper, no good, and it's rebounded by Miguel Simon. Trayvon Brown, welcome to the block party. Trayvon Brown was personally invited to the block party by number 23, Daryl Johnson. The Avengers got the rebound and then the offensive foul. Defensive stop for the Seahawks. Could that build a little bit of momentum for them? Stubblefield. There's Jefferson. Still have not seen Falco here in this game. Big surprise. Jefferson. Stubblefield, the jumper, no good. That one's long. Offensive rebound by the Seahawks. Jefferson. Out to Johnson. Johnson. Back to Jefferson. Nice move to get him some space. Three-pointer, no good. Miguel Simon with the rebound. Miguel Simon will get a seat on the bench for another walk. Cornell Corbin out to Stubblefield. That's a two, and it's good. Good jump shot by that young man, number 12. Maybe that will build a little momentum for his team. Pugh finally puts the ball down on the court. Working that ball around. 10 seconds on the shot clock, so they need to go quickly here. Ciccovanni drives into the baseline, can't finish, and what a great rebound there by Cornell Corbin. And Cornell Corbin trying to do a little bit too much on the other side of the court. And a beautiful block there from Daryl Johnson, his second of the game. Johnson, jumper, no good. Ciccovanni with the rebound. Daryl Johnson with a beautiful block on one end, just couldn't finish it on the other. The defense for the Seahawks starting to come alive, and maybe that'll build some momentum, help their offense find their footing here in this game. 20-13 is the score, and as much as the Avengers have dominated play, Seahawks not far behind. Jacob Falco finally checks into the game for the Seahawks. Cesar Ramirez, floater, no good. Ciccovanni with the rebound and putback. Miguel Simon took a seat on the bench, but the Avengers is still dominating the boards. Falco. "12 seconds on the shot clock. The Seahawks need to go. Jefferson, he's gonna take it. Jumper, no good, too long. Rebounded by Muhammad and the Avengers. Pugh, Ramirez, right back to him. Down low, finish and the foul. And man, that was a really weak foul too. If you're gonna foul like that, you might as well try and make sure that he can't get the shot up. Instead, they give an easy and one opportunity. 24-13, it's back up to double digits for the Avengers. Seahawks defense was looking really good up until that point for the last few moments. Really what they need is their offense to find their footing. Seahawks got the offensive weapons though. They're far from out of this game. Jacob Falco. Falco takes it himself and now kicks it over to Johnson. Stubblefield, Jefferson. Back to Falco for three. Good! Jacob Falco. 25-16. Pugh. Getting the call from this coaching staff, Arsheen Jones, 15 seconds on the shot clock. They need to go here. Finally put the ball down on the ground. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ramirez, Chicavani, gotta go. And it's a shot clock violation. A great defensive set there from the Seahawks. Gets the shot clock violation. They kind of had the Avengers scratching their head the entire time there. Got it to a 9-point game the last time down the court, and that's a foul by Arsheen Jones. Stubblefield gives it right back to Falco after the inbounds. Here's Jefferson. Falco. Back out to Johnson. Johnson drives, and he can't finish. A great effort there from Johnson. Just couldn't make do on it. Here's Pugh. Ramirez, Chicavani, Brown for three, right in front of the Seahawks bench, and he laces it in. 28-16 now, 5 minutes and some change left in the first half. Step back, Seahawks, Johnson finds Stubblefield cutting up and under, and it's blocked. Brown, a foul in transition. And that's a good foul, honestly. As you saw after the whistle, he took it right into the painted area and finished. Obviously, the basket didn't count. Make them earn it. Don't give them the free one. Particularly the way the Seahawks defense has looked at certain points in this first half. Definitely want to make them earn it. It's not the Seahawks defense that's letting them down. It's really the offensive unit. 28-16 is our score. Meeting of the minds at the scorer's table. George Davey, as you see, is checked back into the game. Maybe that extra shooting will be able to stretch the floor a little bit. Honestly, I thought when Miguel Simon got taken out of the game, I thought that may be a little bit of a switch for the Seahawks, and they'd start be able to take advantage of the painted area without having the big in there. Chicavani for three, it's good! Right in front of the Seahawks bench. And it is a full timeout taken by the Seahawks. And as you see, Carl Bradley and number 21, Hassan Corbin, will be checking back into the game after the timeout. Let's see what head coach Ed Durham has to say to his team during this timeout. We're back here as the Seahawks take things up the court. Cornell Corbin. Starting lineups back out onto the court for the Seahawks. Hassan. Down to Davey. He turns and shoots from the shoulder. No good. And a foul committed by the Seahawks. Jacob Falco came in and didn't spend much time in the game. He got checked right back in, though. Cesar Ramirez at the line. Good that time. Good that time as well. 2 for 2, 33-16. Jacob Falco may have got away with putting an arm into Ramirez there. Falco jab step, got him some space, but a bad pass there afterwards. I know Davey was there, but there was 2 black jerseys there as well. You got to play the numbers game. Pugh takes over. 4 minutes, all that separates these 2 teams from the halftime whistle. Trayvon Brown down low. Muhammad, the hook shot. No good. Carl Bradley with the rebound. Cornell Corbin. Falco. Down low to Davey. Down low to Bradley. And one. Great offense there from the Seahawks. The ball movement never stopped. They found the open man, and he put it in for 2 and a chance to get an extra one at the charity stripe. Carl Bradley, can he make good here? It's a 3-point play. Lead's gone down a little bit there, the Avengers. 33-19 is the score. Ramirez is not very confident in his shot right now. He was open there, decided not to take it, and they end up turning it over. Full court press being applied, or it's just really just a full court pressure. Pugh picks his man up full court. He gets through. Cornell Corbin over to Falco. Bradley's got position down low. They don't give it to him. Falco flashes this way. Instead, they go to Cornell Corbin. Here's Hassan. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cornell takes a deep 3, and it's no good. And I don't know. I think one of the Avengers players poked that in. Regardless, it'll go down as 2 points, and it's now 33-21. Stop and a couple more baskets, and the Seahawks could get it into the single digits. No stop there as Miguel Simon, his train keeps on rolling. Falco up and in. Nice move there by the freshman guard out of Rising Sun, Maryland. And that'll be a foul, not in the act of shooting. But regardless, they're in the bonus, so it's foul shots. I think Coach Durham just wants to see it go both ways. Seen some plays very similar to that on the other side that he felt weren't called. 23-36. Another foul shot coming. Good that time from the line as well. 37-23, just over 2 minutes left here in the first half. Here's Stubblefield. Carl Bradley out to Falco. Down to Bradley. to Stubblefield. Back to Falco. Great ball movement. Falco will take a three. He faded a little bit. Not a great shot. And that is, I know Miguel Simon is trying to say that his hands were directly up in the air, but they really weren't. He had a little bit of a reach out. Picks up to foul. Seahawks had a chance to cut into that lead a little bit. 37-23. No good that time from the line either. 0 for 2. Under 2 minutes to play, and there's a bad foul there. Shuffle your feet and find a way to play defense without fouling. Seahawks committed a lot of fouls here in this first half. Now, granted, the Avengers have as well. The scoreboard tells you one of those teams is taking advantage and the other one not so much. 38-23, just under 2 minutes left to be played. Great move, get him some space. Falco outside for three, good! Jacob Falco, now 2 threes here already. Miguel Simon would have been Stretch Armstrong to catch that one. I mean, he did catch it. We would have had Stretch Armstrong to catch it and dunk it. Cornell Corbin drives, feels the contact, doesn't get the call, got his own rebound, and the second time he got the call. Basketball is a game of runs. Seahawks could make the second half a lot easier for themselves if they could go on a nice run here to end the first half. Doing that so far. 3, and then the 1 for 2 from the line. I was going to say foul shots from Cornell Corbin. I thought he was going to hit that. 39-27. So he got it a little bit closer. Just over a minute left here in the first half. Pugh. Simon flashing on the post. Didn't get the ball there. 7 seconds on the shot clock. He faces and shoots, and he missed the, oh, what a steal by Pugh, and the 2 points. Not giving up on the play there. The speedy point guard makes a big effort play for his team, puts them back up by 14. Stubblefield. Down low. Great defense being played on the perimeter right now, but the defense down low, not the same. George Davey got the space and finished. Shot clock is turned off so the Avengers can hold for the final shot. Pugh, 10 seconds on the shot clock, or excuse me, on the game clock. Floater's no good. Falco wants to take it himself. And he doesn't. Thought he was going to take it himself. Instead, he tried to find Cornell Corbin, but it was punched out of bounds by the Avengers. And the score at the end of the first half is 41-29. We'll be back with more after this halftime break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at the Lions Den, ready to start the second half of a not-so-close contest to start. Still a lot of time left, and the Seahawks did show some signs of life, particularly on the offensive side towards the end of that first half. A little bit of a surprise here, not seeing number 3, Jacob Falco, in the starting lineup here in the second half. Thought he played a big role for his team off the bench, 2 3-pointers. Arsheen Jones out to Ramirez. Ramirez drives, and he has it taken away by Bradley. Here comes Corbin. Hassan right in, and no foul call, and Ciccovanni got the rebound, and Ramirez will lay it up for 2. Cherry pick points there, but they all count the same. Mikal Williams. Hassan Corbin's really been the big surprise here for me in this game. Not much from him offensively, George Davey. Got the travel call. As I was saying, Hassan Corbin's outside shot was very nice on Friday. Here this afternoon, he's not getting much opportunities. Head coach Devon Martinez having some words with Ramirez. Had to take the timeout maybe because he wasn't in the position to receive the pass. And the press got the trap. Timeout taken already, not even 1 minute into the second half. Two teams are back out onto the court now. Or at least the Avengers are. Miguel Simon made some big plays in that first half for his Avengers team. It's a sophomore-heavy team for the Avengers. Experience coming into play. Trayvon Brown to Ramirez. Ramirez takes it in himself. Can't finish, and rebounded by Hassan Corbin, and it's stolen by Brown. And Brown makes it. Where Ramirez failed, Brown picked him up and finished for him. 45-29. George Davey sets the pick. Ooh, he was moving those feet a little bit. Carl Bradley trying to take it to Miguel Simon. And that's not a matchup. It's going to favor him. Carl Bradley stands at 6'5", so he's giving up 3 inches going up against Miguel Simon. Bradley, fresh shot clock to work with now. Davey thought about taking the 3 instead, gave it off. Now he drives, kicks it off to Bradley. The jumper, no good, rebounded by Miguel Simon. Ramirez takes it right into the teeth of the defense, drops it off to Simon, but he couldn't catch it cleanly. Had the right idea, just didn't work out. Ramirez extending the arms and not shuffling the feet. Foul by him. George Davey. Mikal Williams for 3, no good. Hassan with the rebound, but he couldn't hold on to it. Trayvon Brown up top, and he'll get a chance for 2 at the line. I thought for a second that may have been an and 1. Looked like he was going to finish. Trayvon Brown at the line, trying to make the most of this free opportunity. 49-29, and Jacob Falco up off the bench early this time. Cornell Corbin bringing the ball up the court. 47-29 now is our score. 18-point lead. Falco drives baseline, gives it up to Bradley, who puts it in for two. Great job orchestrating the offense there from number 3. Ramirez gets around one guy and then gives up the ball. Ramirez trying to do a little bit too much there. Jacob Falco once again running the offense here. Double pick. He decides to take Davies. Goes up into the air. Cornell Corbin back to Falco. 3 right in front of his bench. No good. And Davey couldn't put it back in. Instead, Miguel Simon got the rebound. 2 shots on that possession, no basket. Ramirez, he's got Arsheen Jones. Instead, he waits for the pick. He's got to get rid of this ball. Finally does. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Not a lot of time for the Avengers to work. Ciccovanni, the open jumper from the baseline, no good. Dangerous pass, somehow found Falco, and somehow he found Davey. Great offensive possession that time down the court. Jacob Falco continuing to orchestrate the offense. Maybe his performance here will spark his team, get them to start blazing the comeback trail. 47-33 is the score. 16 minutes and 37 seconds left in the second half. This is a game that hasn't really been close. But maybe head coach Ed Durham has the secret that his team needs. We'll be back after this short break. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're back and ready to play the final 16 minutes and 37 seconds. Ciccovanni beat the press with the long pass there. Arsheen Jones. Ciccovanni. Down to Brown, Miguel Simon, back out to Jones. Jones laces the 3, no good. Davey finally got 2 hands on that board. Falco to Davey, over to Corbin. He drives baseline. He had the advantage with the bigger man on him, and he took advantage of it. But the pass off to his teammate, Ringgold, wasn't very good. Ringgold got the steal, making up for it on the other side, and that is last touch by the Avengers. So Ringgold couldn't finish on the layup, but he got the steal on the other side, so he made up for it. 47-33. Seahawks here inbounds underneath their basket. Jacob Falco, here we go, after the meeting of the minds from the refs. 5 seconds. Bad turnover there from the Seahawks. Cesar Ramirez has 2 white jerseys right on him. He got rid of it. Simon, Davey, He beats through the double team and hits it in for two. Miguel Simon, I believe that's his first 2 points of the second half. 49-33. Falco has 2 picks set up. He goes to Davey. Hassan for 3. Good! Hassan Corbin, maybe that's the shot that gets his offense rolling here. Ramirez beats through the press. Down to Simon, and he slams it home for 2. Coach Ed Durham was not happy with a no call there. I did see Ramirez put the shoulder in. Davey comes with the pick. Falco tries to split. That time it didn't work. Ramirez in, and he can't finish. But he got whacked up there in the air, so he'll go to the line for 2. I think that last play from Jacob Falco may get him a seat on the bench. Bad turnover there. Gave a transition opportunity to the Avengers. And indeed, that's exactly what happens. Camden Stubblefield will check in. Stubblefield, a sophomore guard out of Woodbridge, Virginia. And good that time as well. 53-36. Stubblefield looking for something as he picked up his dribble. Hassan Corbin over to Cornell Corbin. Davey for 3, and he banks it in. And the steal by Stubblefield and the save, Cornell Corbin for 2. It's a 5-point stretch there. Great defense. The press is working right now. The Avengers having to work hard just to get the ball up the court. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Simon down low, spins, and he'll go to the line. Miguel Simon is really abusing George Davey down there on the block this afternoon. He's got a 1-inch height advantage over George Davey, but look at the bodies. There's more of a weight differential, at least a muscle differential. Miguel Simon's a big boy. Well, it looks like the man of steel out there. At least he does this afternoon. And, oh, man, I thought he was going to get the soft roll, but the Avengers didn't want 1 point. They wanted 2. 57-41, just under 14 minutes left to be played. The Avengers continue to roll here. George Davey turned, faces up, gives it to Corbin, and Cornell Corbin fights through the contact and puts it in for 2. Gets a chance to get the and 1. Miguel Simon will take a seat on the bench as he has 4 fouls already. Still a lot of time left to be played. Maybe with Simon coming out of the game, the Seahawks can find a way to take advantage of that. Chikavani and Mohamed Dumbaya have done a good job playing in relief of Miguel Simon. Press worked again. That time the Avengers having to work so hard just to get the ball up the court. Ramirez, Arsheen Jones, 2 players on him. He finds the open man. Brown ends up turning it over. Right idea. The execution just wasn't there. Stubblefield can't put it in. And it misses the layup. The Avengers get the rebound. Arsheen Jones, Ramirez for 3. No good. Off the end of the iron. Rebounded by the Seahawks. Stubblefield to Cornell Corbin. Down low. Hassan for 3. Good. Oh, he was actually in front of the 3-point line, though. Ramirez. It was a bad foul that time from the Seahawks. Cornell Corbin not under control that time. I think he's going to get a seat on the bench for that one. 57-46. Seahawks are certainly trying to blaze that comeback trail. One point they were down 19. Now only down 12. Jacob Falco checks back into the game. Let's see if he can get some open threes for his team. Had 2 3-pointers in the first half. 13-point lead now. Stubblefield. Hassan. Now he puts it on the ground. Falco. Down to Ringgold. Ringgold. Up. He can't finish, and Cornell Corbin does instead. Nice move there by Cornell Corbin. Good press here. They almost trap him in the backcourt. They do force the turnover, though. Jacob Falco, he doesn't have numbers. That doesn't scare him. And why should it when he can finish like that? What a play by that young man. He's got a chance to make it 3 points the old-fashioned way. Jacob Falco's got this into single digits. A tremendous play by that young man. Gives his team that much more hope. Hassan Corbin communicating with somebody on the sidelines. Falco missed the 3-point play opportunity. Ramirez almost turned that over. Somehow he got through and he put it in coast to coast by Cesar Ramirez. Stubblefield. Falco taking it right into the teeth of the defense. This time he can't finish because he was invited to the block party. George Davey checks back in. Pugh over to Arsheen Jones. Jones right into the teeth of the defense. He couldn't finish with the floater, though. Falco runs and chases that down. He's taking it baseline. Now switching out. Davey runs out. Hassan Corbin. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They got time, but not a lot of it. Falco drives. And no foul call. He got his own miss. Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Avengers. Ramirez. Pugh. 11 minutes left in the contest now. Pugh to Torero. That's a foul on, no foul, instead a walk. Mohamed Dumbaya. Honestly, I can't say I disagree with head coach Devon Martinez. He really was all over his backside, but I guess the walk happened before then. And then Stubblefield sending a shoulder right into Pugh. Man, they're letting this thing go. Falco. Cornell Corbin, Hassan Corbin. Great opportunity here. Cornell Corbin puts it in for two. They get it back to single digits. 61-52. This is a great run the Seahawks are in the middle of. The Avengers had a great come-from-behind win yesterday. Could they be on the wrong side of that here today? Pugh, Torero, back to Pugh. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They got to go quick. Ramirez drives. The floater! Ho-ho! Man, that baseline fadeaway was awfully pretty. Counts for 2 points, 63-52. Stubblefield. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hassan Corbin. The Falco, he thought about the three, decided against it. Cornell Corbin. Eddie Torero got a piece of that. Cesar Ramirez gets through, takes it right to George Davey and finishes for two. Cesar Ramirez really struggled offensively yesterday, but here in the second half, he's putting together a pretty nice performance. A performance his team needs since Miguel Simon is sitting on the bench with 4 fouls right now. 65-52 is the score, just over 9 minutes left in the contest. Timeout taken, so we'll take one too. This is just game one of a triple header. Remember, fans, stick around. We've got basketball all day for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here, ready to play the final 9 minutes and 20 seconds. 65-52 is the score. The Avengers up right now. Will it stay the same, or will the Seahawks find a way to pull this one out? They've been blazing that comeback trail pretty much this entire second half. Do they have enough, or is it a little too late? Talking to from the ref there from a couple players. No surprise, Pugh in the middle of that action. There's a fiery individual yesterday, more of the same here today. Ringgold. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ringgold for three in the corner, no good, way too long that time. Pugh, here he comes. The Avengers taking their time here. Mohamed Doumbia catches it and finishes. That's really been the offensive strategy all game long. Much like the Beastie Boys said, slow and low, that is the tempo. It's the same here for the Avengers today. George Davey got the offensive rebound, but then airballed the miss. Luckily, he got it right back. Davey for three this time, just as bad. Hassan Corbin, though, He won't miss his opportunity. Davey missed 2 shots. Corbin didn't miss his one. Side Corbin. Stubblefield. Not happy. Or excuse me, Pugh's not happy with something Stubblefield did or said. And Jacob Falco with a big 3 and almost a steal. He does get the steal. The press is working perfectly here for the Seahawks, and this contest is getting a little chippy. The way this thing's going here, we may see Miguel Simon get put back into the game, even though he's got those 4 fouls. Chance to get this to single digits once again. Ringgold. No good that time. They'll have another chance, though. Ringgold, good that time, so he does at least part of his job. Gets it to single digits. 67-58. Press that time easily beaten by the Avengers. Pugh, Arsheen Jones, Cecavani's checked back into the game, as you can see. Brown, down low to Cecavani. He's got good position. Waits for the double to come. Takes it to Pugh. Under 10 seconds to play on the shot clock, and that's not a good shot. Chance to cut into this lead a little bit more. Here come the Seahawks, and Ringgold is fouled hard once again. He'll go to the line. Bench unit coming up big here for the Seahawks. Ringgold and Jacob Falco played a big part here for their team in the second half. Just like I thought, Miguel Simon getting ready to check back in. Cesar Ramirez will be checking back into the game as well. Ringgold is now 1 for 3 from the line over the last few minutes. Make up for that here. Hitting his second. 2 for 4 now. 50% ain't bad, but his teammates and coaches would like more, I'm sure. Ramirez almost trapped. He's got to get rid of that ball, and it's a carry. Wow. The press here working for the Seahawks and really going a long way to get them back into the game. 67-59. And there is a lot of time left to be played. 7 minutes left. The Seahawks have found new life. They're very much alive and kicking. Falco drives baseline. Finds Davey, who gives it right back to Falco. Cornell Corbin orchestrating the offense. Stubblefield for 3. No good. Oh, wow. Ringgold put it back. What a play by that young man. Trayvon Brown over to Arsheen Jones, and a meeting of the minds at the rim ends with Arsheen Jones on his backside going to the line for 2. Sloppy play here from the Avengers has given the Seahawks life. Referee over here making friends with some of the fans. (69-61). That's a foul. Ramirez, or is it? It is. It's on Ramirez. Jacob Falco will go to the line. 1-1. already in the bonus here. That is going to help their comeback chances. Oh, no good from the line, but Miguel Simon couldn't hold on to it. Luckily for him and his teammates, ref said that one was last touched by the Seahawks. The Avengers need to figure out a way to consistently beat this press. Too many turnovers in their own defensive zone. Brown. Ramirez over to Jones. Jones down low to Simon. Davey tries to deny him the pass. It didn't work. Simon got his own rebound, and he's going to the line for two. Miguel Simon continues to abuse George Davey here in this game, and Davey trying to figure out a way. He's got his hands up in the air as to say, hey, it wasn't me. A referee says otherwise. 69-61. It'll remain that for a little bit longer. George Davey will have a seat on the bench, and Daryl Jenkins will check back into the game. Oh for 2 from the line. The Seahawks got a little lucky there. Stubblefield to Falco. Long 3 from Falco, no good. Ringgold thought he had it, but it was stolen from him by Ramirez. Ramirez takes it right into the cup. That's a walk. Ramirez got lucky there. Honestly, if it wasn't a walk, it probably would have been offensive foul. He put his elbow right into the face of the Seahawks player. (69-61). Seahawks still alive here. Mikhail Williams, haven't seen much from him this afternoon. He could come up big for his team here. And that's a foul. Jenkins will go to the line. Trayvon Brown picks up the call. That'll put Jenkins on the line, but also it will get this Seahawks team that much closer to the double bonus. Jenkins, good. Jenkins 2 for 2 from the line. Huge play in relief there. Miguel Simon catches it, gives it to Arsheen Jones, he gives it to Brown. Back to Jones, and they beat the press. 20 seconds on the shot clock, so they still got plenty of time to work with. That was dangerously close to being a moving pick. Giovanni. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. They got to move. Vonnie just threw it right to the Seahawks player. Here comes Falco. Up and not in, but he'll go to the line. Trayvon Brown picks up another foul. Bad pass there from Giovanni. Just gave the transition opportunity to the Seahawks, and they took full advantage of it. Trying to get points at the line with the clock stopped. When you're down, those are the best points you can get. Man, at one point this was a 19-point game, and now the Seahawks have got it to 5. They got it to 4 now. What a game this has been, and I shouldn't be surprised because this has been a tremendous weekend of basketball. Arsheen Jones takes his defender right into the pick. Great move there. 5 minutes left. The Seahawks need a stop. Cornell Corbin over to, that was Arsheen Jones over to Pugh. Brown The jumper is good. Trayvon Brown. What a beautiful jumper. Oh, Pugh. He got the steal. Brown, here he comes. Back to Pugh. The jumper. No good. But Brown with the rebound. What a move by the Avengers. What a move by the Seahawks. Cornell Corbin with the big hammer. A great play on one side, and then a great play on the other. Cornell Corbin has got this to a 4-point game. It is a full timeout taken. Head coach Devon Martinez. I hope he's got a good speech for his team because they need it. This Seahawks team has got all the momentum, and they're rolling right now. And we are back here, ready to play the final 4 minutes and 27 seconds. At one point, the Avengers were up by 19. Now they're only up by 4. The Seahawks have been doing a great job in their comeback effort. Miguel Simon flashes in the post, takes it to him, and he puts it in for 2. They've been going away from Miguel Simon here in the second half, mainly because he has the 4 fouls. They need him to come up big here for their team right now. Seahawks, 15 seconds on the shot clock, so they got to move quickly here. Cornell Corbin takes it into the teeth of the defense, can't finish, but Jenkins does. And a foul by Falco. Great sportsmanship there from head coach Ed Durham, helping up the Avengers player. And the Avengers are now in the bonus finally here. So they will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Jacob Falco still pleading his case to the ref. I'm going to have to ask that young man after the game, what's up with the 2 different shoes? I know I'm about 20 years back on the fashion sense, but I don't get that one. They good on the line that time, 75-69. The Seahawks, they need baskets. And they need stops on the other side, too. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Falco dishes it off to Jenkins, and Jenkins can't finish. Falco got the rebound, though. Falco had his pass stolen from Simon this time. Man, the first time, Jenkins should have finished that because that was a pretty pass given to him by number 3. Chickavani. Down low to Simon. Simon fights through the double team, can't finish, but Trayvon Brown with the rebound. Man, Brown is everywhere out there. Pugh almost had the pass stolen. Arshean Jones, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ciccovanni drives and up. Oh, so close to putting that in for the and one. Instead, he'll go to the line for two. And that is not what the Seahawks wanted on that possession there. Ramirez set to check in. Trayvon Brown will have a seat. I can't imagine it's for long, though. Interesting strategy here, putting Ramirez in. Now they've got three ball handlers they feel comfortable with. Jones, Pugh, and Ramirez. We've all seen them at different times this weekend orchestrate the Avengers offense. Maybe this is a strategy to maybe help beat the press with a little, who knows. 77-69 is the score, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. And the crowd here in the Lions' Den is watching a good one. Falco takes it right into the paint and finishes for two. Timeout taken. It is a full timeout, so we will take one too. 77-71, 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. Seahawks still playing catch-up. The Avengers now. The inbounds play, the press still there. And man, they worked through it easily that time. That had to be the strategy there with putting Ramirez in for Trayvon Brown because they beat the press easily that time. Pugh. Some movement away from the ball. Screen set up. Arshean Jones wants his teammate to clear and give him some space. Arshean Jones couldn't finish, and that one was last touch by the Avengers, an empty possession. Wow, that one's still with the Avengers. I thought that was out of bounds. Shot clock was not started immediately. Didn't come back to hurt him, though. Seahawks will go to the line. Man, the Avengers got all the help they needed on that last trip down the court, but they still couldn't get any baskets. 77-71 will be the score for a little bit longer. Jacob Falco with a chance to change that. And Trayvon Brown didn't stay on the bench long. He's ready to check back in. Falco, good. 77-72. Chance to make this a 4-point play, or excuse me, a 4-point game if you can get a basket here. Cale Williams checks in for Jenkins. It's an interesting move there because Jenkins in relief has I thought played well in the painted area. Come up with some rebounds, particularly on the offensive glass. Falco 1 for 2 from the line. Ramirez up to Brown. They beat the press. Arsheen Jones down to Simon. He can't catch it cleanly, but he finally got it back, and he's fouled. Falco and that Seahawks team wanted a jump ball call, but it didn't go that way. Awfully close, honestly. Can't say I blame him for being upset on that one. That one could have went either way. Did look like he had a hand on the arm, though. Miguel Simon. He can't put the dagger in just yet, but he could put his team a little bit closer to getting a W here. Got the starting 5 out there for the Avengers outside of Pugh. And it's the same thing for the Seahawks outside of Falco and Ringgold. Falco up, and he can't finish. He's blocked by Simon. And one. Falco was jumping up and down, waiting for the call. It never came. Luckily for him, his teammates never gave up on that ball. Cornell Corbin got it, put it in. Chance to make this a 4-point play. Now Falco's going from one ref to the other. I'll never understand why these guys talk to the ref so much. They're not going to change their mind. Corbin, clutch foul shooting there. 4-point game, 1 minute and 26 seconds left. Long pass up to Simon, easily beats the press. Brown catches. They beat the press so quickly that time that they got 20 seconds to work with on the shot clock. That's a change of pace. A steal. Here's Hassan. Over to Ringgold. Ringgold jams it home for 2. It's a 2-point game. The Seahawks. What a tremendous comeback effort. Simon up for 2. He fights through the contact. It's back to a 4-point game. Falco. Mikhail Williams in. Oh, very close. Man, the roof would have blown off this place if Williams would have sunk that. He's got a chance to get 2 points with the clock stopped. And right there you see a big foul on Miguel Simon as he is fouled out of the game. Let's see if that helps the Seahawks' chances of stealing this W. No good from Williams. It's 2 shots, though. So Williams still with a chance to make this a single position or possession game, excuse me. Oh, man, he missed both of them. Trayvon Brown to Pugh. Ramirez is open on the side. He didn't see him. Brown. And finally the foul. Jacob Falco now has 4 fouls, so he has to play extra careful. Can't afford to lose his offense. Man, that'll go a long way in securing a victory here for the Avengers. Seahawks, tremendous effort from them this afternoon just to get back into this game. 1 point down by 19. Falco taking it to the basket. Out to Williams for three. No good. Brown with the rebound. And what can Brown do for you? Everything tonight. Hassan Corbin into the painted area. No good. Ringgold for two. No good either. That one's no good. And man, Seahawks can't catch a break down the stretch. Like Robert De Niro said in the classic movie Copland, you had a chance and you blew it. The Seahawks certainly had a chance here this afternoon, just couldn't make enough plays. Seahawks be walking away losers here this afternoon, but they shouldn't feel like it. A tremendous effort from them just to get back into this game. They were down 19 at one point. Like I said, they had their chance, just couldn't capitalize on it. It's a game of runs, and the Seahawks run came up that short. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the final score. 82-77 here in game one of our triple header here on Sunday, November 4th. Stick around for the College of Southern Maryland Hawks versus the Pitt Community College Bulldogs after a short break.